Hey everybody, today we're going to show you where to find all 11 treasures here in the Mirage region of the Toshara planet in Star Wars Outlaws, so let's jump into it. Our first treasure is going to be found on the northwestern side of the Mirage region. You guys can see here as we zoom in, this is going to be the abandoned skiff. Pretty easy to spot on your map. Once you make your way over here, you just want to look for the abandoned skiff. There's not much over here except that. Then we're going to run up to it, and then right in front of the door to get inside is going to be a container. And that container is going to be treasure number 1. Our next couple treasures are going to be found at the Pike Syndicate Workshop, which will show you the location for that right here on your map. We're actually going to start from the fast travel that's on the northwestern side. So you can see that here. Now, if you're friendly here, you can actually just walk in through the front gate. If you are not friendly with the Pikes, you'll have to sneak in, or you can just take out all the enemies that are here in the first section. But we're going to make our way inside, and we don't have to go too far, as we're just going to go up the staircase here in front of us. And there's going to be a door right here that we're going to make our way inside of. Now, to get in here, what we're going to do is use Nyx to hold down the lever. And then once he does that, the door will open and we can walk our way inside. And once we're in here, this is a restricted section, so you don't want to just go running around and get spotted. All you're going to do is come over here to the left for our first treasure, and we want to go through this doorway. However, this door is going to be locked, and we're going to use Nyx again to open it up. Now you guys can see Nyx hasn't caught up to me, so it's not giving me the option. But once he makes it in here, you can see now we can use him to open up that door. Now he's going to sneak all the way around the side of the building to get inside, so just give him a second. And once he makes it inside, he will then activate that, and it'll open up the door. And then in the back corner over here where this container is going to give us treasure number 2. Our next treasure is also found in the Pike Syndicate Workshop. We'll show you again here on the map. But for this one, we're going to start from where we just grabbed our last treasure in this facility. From the container that we just opened, we're going to go back outside the door, and we're going to work our way around the right side. There's a couple enemies over here that we're going to need to take out. We're going to use Nyx to attack one of them while we take out the other. And then once we take out this guy, we can take out the one that Nyx is jumping all over. And then once these two guys are done, just to be on the safe side, we're going to crouch walk our way right over here and take out this guy. Once we take out all 3 of the enemies, we can come right back over here, and there's going to be a switch. We're going to activate this switch, and that's going to move this box. And what we want to do is jump onto the side of this box. And this is going to carry us around the side to a platform where we'll be able to get the next treasure. Don't worry, you don't need to move. You can just hold on to the side of this. The enemies patrolling below aren't going to be able to see you. So you just hang on to the side. And then you'll see again, this is going to be the platform it's going to take us to. We can jump across and then climb up. And then this container right here in the back is going to be our second treasure in the Pike Syndicate Workshop. Our next treasure is going to be the last one that's in the Pike Syndicate Workshop. And once again, we're going to start from where we just grabbed our last treasure. So from this container, what we're going to do is come over here to the left, and we're going to jump across to this platform. And then we're going to work our way down the stairs, again, trying to be somewhat stealthy as there are still some enemies inside. But what we want to do is climb up on the platform that's right in the middle of this room. So we're going to crab walk our way around to the ramp, just because I'm not really sure where all the enemies are at this moment. And then we're going to take out this guy that's working on this machine right here in front of us. So we can go ahead and take this guy out. And then right to our left, you're going to see a computer that we can interact with. We're going to walk up and interact with this computer. We'll need to put in the password. And once we do so, we can disable the turret and open the security door, which is the door in front of us right there, which is what's going to have our last treasure in this facility. Now to get inside, you're going to have to take out a couple enemies that are here. The first one's going to be patrolling. You can see him right here in front of us. If he doesn't happen to turn around, you can use Nyx to attack him. It will not alert the other person that is standing to our right. So go ahead and take him out. And then you can see there's one more over here that's working on something. We'll sneak up behind them and take them out as well. And then once those enemies are down, you're free to go inside of the room here. In the back of the room is going to be another container. And in this container right here is going to be our third and final treasure that's in the Pike Syndicate Workshop. Our next treasure is going to be on the southern side of the Mirage that's down here at Carver's Maze. As we zoom in, you can see that location here with our marker. And we're going to start from the left side, right around where our arrow is. So you can see that here. This one is going to be a Nyx treasure, and it's a little confusing as we're pretty much going to go through a maze to make our way to the back of this area. You can see the main pathway here that's going to lead inside. And because this is a Nyx treasure, it's very easy. You just need to follow Nyx as he will guide you exactly where you need to go if you get lost in here. But you're going to take a left and then follow this pathway all the way down to the end. You can see Nyx in front of us leading the way. We'll take a right, continue to work our way towards the back side here. And essentially we're trying to get to this giant tree that's in the back. We'll take a left. You see the giant tree right here in front of us. We'll go just the left of that tree. Follow this path around the back. And then once we get right over here, we can go around the outside. And then right over here on the cliff side where you can see the grapple is where Nyx is going to dig up the treasure. And go ahead and pick that up out of the ground. And this is going to be treasure number 5. Treasure number 6 is the Pike Stash House. The Pike Stash House is going to be found just north of the Pike Syndicate Workshop. You can see that location here. If you just follow this pathway north of the workshop, you'll find it pretty easily as it's just one pretty big building out here. This is what it's going to look like. You will have a couple enemies that are surrounding the building. You can take them out. I've already done so. It's not too difficult. There's only a couple of them. And once you do, we can unlock the door, go inside the building, and there's going to be a container in the very back right over here. Go ahead and open that up, and this will be treasure number 6. Treasure number 7 is going to be on a hill that's just west of the Pike Syndicate Workshop. As we zoom all the way in here, it's a little difficult to kind of see anything like a landmark, but right where our marker is and where our arrow is where you want to be right here on this pathway. There's going to be a ramp that we can use to jump across. So on that pathway, you'll see the ramp right on our left here. Pretty much a giant rock sticking up over the ledge. And what we're going to do is boost over this ramp, and that'll get us to the other side on this hill. And then once you're up on the hill, just make your way to the tree that's in the back. And right underneath that tree is going to be a container in the ground. You can open that up for treasure number 7. Treasure number 8 is going to be found on the northern side of the Mirage. This one's going to be another smuggler cache. As we zoom all the way in, you can see that location right here on our screen, just east of the little pond that's there on your map. And once you make your way out here, you're going to see an orange ramp up against the mountain. What we're going to do is use our speeder to boost off of that ramp, and we're going to land on this really small hill. And then once you're on this hill, we're going to hop off, and you're going to see a wall that we can actually blast through. We're going to use our blaster to break through this wall, and then we can make our way inside. Now, once the light turns on and it's easier to see, we're going to go right on the other side of this bridge and drop down. And then right here in the ground is going to be a container, and you can open that up for treasure number 8. Treasure number 9 is on the far northeastern side of the Mirage region. And as we zoom all the way in where you can see our marker, we're technically going to be standing in the Miragana Valley. However, this is where the ramp's going to be that we need to get right down here to this cave that you can see that's in the Mirage region. So from this pathway right where we're standing, where the marker is, you're going to see the ramp just off the side of the path here. It's bright orange, so you shouldn't miss it. We're going to use our speeder, come right over here and boost our way across, and we're going to land on this platform where there's a tree. And then you're going to see an entrance to a small cave right here in the side of the mountain. We can go ahead and go inside. We'll drop down, and then right down here will be another container that we can open up to get treasure number 9. Our last 2 treasures are going to be found in Trapper's Gully on the southwestern side of the Mirage region. You can see that location right here on your screen with the marker. And we're going to be starting from the water just northwest where you can see my arrow, just so it's easier to see where we're going. But from the river, you guys will see the gully right here. We'll be able to go right in between the mountain. So you pretty much just have to follow the river. And we're going to stop before we go inside where you see the enemies pop up. And we're going to take a left, and we're going to follow this pathway up the side of the mountain. You'll have a rock wall here that you can climb up, and then just follow that pathway around the back. And once you make it all the way back here, you'll see right in the back corner is going to be another container. We can open up that container for treasure number 10. Now, our 11th and final treasure is also going to be found here in Trapper's Gully, and we're actually going to start from where we just picked up the last treasure that was here. And we're going to have some enemies in here. I've already taken them out, so it's a little easier to just kind of see where we're going. But from our last treasure, we're just going to turn around and head back down towards the entrance. Again, you'll have a couple enemies inside. I think there's 3 or 4. You can take them out without issue. But once you take them out, all you're going to do is make your way over to the canopy on the right side where you can see a door in the side of the mountain. And we're going to go inside of that door. And in the back, or in the corner of this room right here where this container is, you'll be able to pick up our last treasure in the Mirage region. This is where you're going to be able to find all the treasures here in the Mirage region and Star Wars Outlaws. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.